Ramadan is gone. As I said, you don't need to talk about Ramadan now. I want to remind myself and you what we should be now that Ramadan has gone. You know, the NBC news channel are here taking some news and pictures around. And that was one of the questions she asked. What now after Ramadan? What do we expect from the people after Ramadan? We expect to be better believers. We expect to be people of stronger faith and iman. We expect to be people of better amal and good deeds in the path of Allah. That is what is expected from us now. Now that Ramadan is gone, don't get back to be a beast. You know, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago in Jummah khutbah that when you look at wrestling and you look at boxing and you look at kickboxing, there's a famous term that some of these real hardcore fighters use. They say they're going to unleash the beast inside of me. Have you heard that statement? Oh yeah, check the arena, you'll see. Say that tonight I'm going to unleash the beast from inside of me, meaning I will beat that guy down. The animalistic qualities will come out from me. Now what happens? Ramadan tied down that beast for many of us. Don't let loose that beast now that Ramadan has gone by. Don't let that beast come out from us and go home and start shouting and talk to people bad and talk to people rough and say, hey, Ramadan is done. I need to give you a piece of my mind today. Don't do that. And people you wanted to tell them back, you wanted to say, no, don't do that, my brothers and sisters. Don't spoil your Ramadan. Don't spoil all the blessings that you have earned in Ramadan. Don't do that. Don't let that beast come out. You tied him for 29, 30 days. Keep him tied. And remain to be a good believer, good mu'min. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expected from us in this month of Ramadan, to attain the quality of piety. And there is something else I want to share with myself and you. A lot of times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, and it's a reminder, and this is a problem that a lot of people have. A lot of times we are unjust. We are unjust to people. And I want to share this verse in the Quran. And this is what I want to remind myself and you of today, in today's khutbah. Now that the Ramadan has gone, it's not about only eating food, it's about being that good believer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5 of the Holy Quran, chapter 5 of the Holy Quran, verse 8. Listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about taqwa. You know, we fasted. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Attain piety. Listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about being just. You know, a lot of us, we're unfair to people because they're not Bengali like me. They're not Pakistani like me. They're not Trinidadian or Caribbean like me. Or they're not American like me. You know, we think like that. Or, no. That is un-Islamic. Haram. Or they're not rich like me, so I live in an enclosed, sophisticated community. I don't mean all of you who live in, like Brother Amin doesn't live in a closed community, but he lives in a richer house than people who live in close communities. So it doesn't only mean that. Oh, they are not my class. They live in a poorer class, a poorer house. That is so haram. To think like that, to speak like that, it is so haram. It is far away from taqwa. And you do not be unjust to people because of their class. You know, in some countries, you got a lot of class. I don't care what class they are in. We are all human beings. We are all the children of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. We are all the servants of Allah. Don't look, the person who looks at people and judge people by class, C-L-A-S-S, they need to take off the C-L, and that's what they are. That's an English word, but I wouldn't pronounce it on the member. Those people look at people and categorize people by class and think that I am better than that person, then you take off the CL and that's what you are. The attitude of a gadaha, the attitude of a donkey. The Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when you speak harsh and loud to people, that's the voice of a donkey. And when people think low of other people, that's the action of a donkey. All right? Don't spoil your Ramadan, please. That's why I want to remind myself and you, don't just go home and eat roti and biryani and have a wonderful day and get back to the shaitan. No. Hear what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this verse. Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, verse 8. And I'm sorry to sound so harsh. I know it's a happy day. It's a joyous day. But I want to remind myself and you so our entire life will be joyous. Our Jannah will go to Jannah if we do the right things to keep the blessings.